affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He spins free. And all deep in his own territory. Cuts the football. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game.
And oh, he caught it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
Focus, defense, focus.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand.
Like 80. Come on, D.
It's Conner as they stay on the ground. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. Black 20. Watch the curl. Nicker.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Mike Smith. Mike 49. Target.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
In order for a screen, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Conner. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
All right, now, 180.
49. Check back.
Snicker, 66.
Kill.
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Mark 49.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Check 24.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Quarter. Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Who that? 49. 49's a Mike. 49.
Nicker, got to spin.
36.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Like 20. Easy.
On 3rd down, it's Conner. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams. The spark that often wins games.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
14.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Like 50. So we got man. 50 to Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, quick slant, caught by Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Touch 50.
Again, Wilson. Able to get down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Penny, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, and he's out right at the 25. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain there of 30 big ones. Wilson, now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's better than 40 yards total. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
25, check 25.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Now Wilson, going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Penny will try to punch it in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 3. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Monday. 149.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Watch the eye.
Here's a handoff to Conner. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, alert.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
All right, now, black 20. Here we go. Alert. Hey, Haywood.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Check curl. Slam.
At the 12-yard line.
50. Jack 16. Hey, orbit.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. S.Davis with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And now it's 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Roethlisberger now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike.
Roethlisberger will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Snickers, got to spin. Black 20.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The big fella, the 40, past the 20, 10, 5, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will get them one closer. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Alert, alert.
Mike 49.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
General West.
The drive will start with Conner. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. He'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
All right, now. White 80. You better be afraid of Knickers. Knickers. White 80.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 1st downs and 8 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run with Conner. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Joker, 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 Joker.
Black and third.
Throw left side complete. It's Washington. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Black 5.
Mike 49.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
49 the
Black and third.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Set. Black 80.
Mike 49. Come on his way.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. No go.
Hey,
Five, five.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. Double dog. That's the way. 49.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger flushed out right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Watch it.
Alert, alert. Eight.
Mike 49.
Hey, team 6.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That escapes the sack. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
He's an absolute oak tree in the pocket because he is so hard to get on the ground. Not as elusive as he used to be, but still, trying to get him down, tough for any defender. In that case, he's able to move just enough. Incomplete pass downfield.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
55.
From the shotgun, Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. D.K. Metcalf with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. All right, now the Seahawks 2-point conversion attempt.
Good job right there. Reload.
From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Like 80.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Don't say nothing.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Whirl! Hey, Duke!
Mike, 40 yards. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. But he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
49, guys. Mike.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. But now it's 1st and 10.
Like 80!
Come on, up.
50!
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
44!
Check.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check safety.
Blue draw, Orchard. 50.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. But now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check three.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.